Hello everybody, how is it going? So quickly before we get into the video discussing the PidZoom finger horn, just wanted to say hi and introduce myself. My name is Sam. I am a EUC rider of about 2 or so years now. A bunch of other hobbies. You might click through my channel and see some FPV racing, some stuff about casting. This is not like a dedicated EUC related channel. Nonetheless, I wanted to make a quick little video about this horn, which was graciously given to me in a giveaway by PidZoom. So thank you to Leo and Bob for that. Super amazing opportunity. I also have the PidZoom helmet mirror coming as well. I was one of the original beta testers, not original, one of the beta testers, irrelevant, but I had pre-ordered it as well before getting into that opportunity, and I'm excited for it. I had the chance to try the proto version, and I am a hand mirror user, and it just wasn't it for me. It was really frustrating to have to hand check all the time. With the helmet mirror, it's been so great, and it's been a great transition for me as well. So I'll be sharing that as well when the package shows up. I'll do an unboxing again, and a little video of mounting it, using it, and whatnot. There's other content out there. Marty has been fantastic at sharing information on it as well, and it's been really informative. So hopefully this video fills in the finger horn gap out there and lets you make an educated decision about which horn is good for you and what to purchase. So if you want to stay tuned for more stuff, feel free to subscribe. If not, I'll just keep sharing some things on the Facebook group out there, so at least people can find it when they search it if they want some more information. So thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and let's get down to the video. How is it going, everybody? Welcome to a quick little unboxing, first look and mini review of the PidZoom FH90 finger controlled horn. So out of the PidZoom lineup, this is the Big Daddy. This is the loudest and largest, most powerful horn that PidZoom offers in their lineup. So we're just going to take a quick look, see what comes in the box. I'll show you guys the mounts and other accessories that come with it, and perhaps a quick little video showing you the volume of this horn and just how loud it is. And let me tell you, just from pressing the button while it's in the box, it is very loud. So let's get down to it. Unboxing time. First item, little manual. Love it. Happy to see some paper instructions, details as to what you get inside the box. Specs, they give you some mounting ideas as well, which is great. Albeit this is very specific mounting ideas for a round bar of types or a pipe, which we'll talk about. Remote control and general operation along with charging. They talk about pairing as well. Discussion of sleep mode, and an FAQ, and of course warranty. So that's great. Thanks for the paper manual. I like it. I don't have to go looking in some online resource to find out what's what with this product. Digging ahead further, inside the bag, you're going to find a lovely Type-C charging cable. Looks like a decent length as well, which is much appreciated. Not some quick little 2-3 inch cable that makes charging difficult. You get an extra coin cell battery as well for the finger trigger, which is great. You will also get inside the box, obviously, your finger control, or the trigger, we'll say. So the center button is the horn, top button is the unlock, bottom button is the lock feature. So this unit, you can also not only trigger the horn, but if it's in a resting state, you can lock it. And if the vehicle moves at all in any shape or form, the horn will start to go off. Other goodies in the box before we pull out the main unit. You get your mounting solution. So this includes 2, let's say, strappable zip ties with a twist screw or thumb twist feature that basically allows you to lock this onto a pipe or a bar or anything of that type if you have a mounting solution. You get the metal brackets as well, and you also get these little rubber grommets. Inside there's also these 2 3M backed, looks like rubber, I guess, pieces of tape, but they're not double-sided obviously. These, I guess, are for dampening and or mounting it directly to something. I'm not 100% sure. The manual doesn't give me any details on the usage of these, but it's still something that we can use and DIY as we see fit. So great. Jumping down into the actual horn itself. Here's the horn. Here's my reasonably sized hand, and that's about how big she is. So a big unit. Additionally, we also have the main control unit itself. So you got a dust cover on the side, gives you your charging indication light, as well as that Type-C for juicing it up. And on the other side, nothing. Top, nothing. Back is where that mounting solution interfaces to. And for those that are thinking what I'm thinking, at some point, if you wanted just to double-sided tape this to something, a quick little 3D printed block here that's, you know, spaced off with this, just to give you a flat face, would be probably superb for that. So that's something that I might design up and share later. Leo has also already been gracious enough to send me the file for the horn itself, the actual body that you're looking at here. And what I hope to do is to actually design a muffle that we can stick over top of this to kind of dampen the noise. This thing is loud, and the bottom line is you don't want to be running around the trails blasting what is seemingly a high number of decibels, which I'm going to try and actually capture if I can. But yeah, some sort of muffle will be very beneficial for the horn itself, and that's something that I'm going to share with you guys. And then just something to space this out so you can kind of get a nice mounting solution. Luckily for everyone, the back here is a bolt and screw configuration that this plate affixes to, and that's super. I mean, in terms of mounting, you could totally just make a plate here that, you know, is flat. You'd run the bolt over top of the, or the nut, sorry, over top of the bolt. And that would affix it to the plate, and the plate could be stuck to somewhere on your wheel, presumably on the front. Ideally, you don't want it side facing. Might work actually. This thing is so loud that arguably any direction you face it in, you're still going to hear it. So keep that in mind. But let's get down to some more of the details. I'd like to show you guys my Master Pro and how I plan to mount this device, and we'll talk about it a little bit before we do a quick little sound check. Okay, welcome back everybody. Let's get down to the conversation about mounting. So as I said, this unit came as such. I'm just going to bring it over with the connector pre-connected. We can obviously disconnect that after, which I'm going to actually do now because we're going to go about wrapping it around this handle to minimize the amount of cables there. So brief second. Awesome. So after just pulling apart at the two plug ends, it's very straightforward. It's just a 2-pin connector, male and female. You get 2 halves. So let's do the horn portion first. And remember how I said in the box you get these little rubber grommets. Pretty straightforward. We're just going to try and locate that and match it up to the holes. As you can see there, it just kind of pops through. You can see the little green nub sticking. And I'm thinking something along the lines of this perhaps would be good. And if we put it this way, then our control box will be a little bit snug. But will it fit? No. So we definitely can't go that way. We'll go with this solution here. It might stick up a little bit, but at least I get all this space here back to myself. So having said that, let's grab one of our little zip tie like devices. And for me, I want the tie to be this way perhaps. If I do that, no, that's going to point towards me. That'll be away from me. This is excellent here. So we'll put that through, feed this under, and we will pass this through here like so, making sure to keep things as they need to be on the bottom side. So after snugging it up so I don't have to worry about twisting that stuff too much or twisting the little screw or locking screw, we'll pass this over and quickly and efficiently tighten this down. Right, and we're just going to rough it in for now. We're not going to look to snug it to the end of the world. Just as long as it's there and not moving, good enough for me. Then your next step is to grab your control box, like yay. Now thinking about charging, nobody wants to reach underneath to have to charge this. That would be absolutely loco. So we're going to keep the charge port and dust boot facing towards us here. And this looks pretty good. I have some space. I can probably shimmy some things over. I'm already bottomed out on the left here, and I'm sitting on the railing. So having said that, let's grab our lovely little rubber grommet again, and I'll show you guys in a minute. I'm just putting it on off camera, et voila. It just kind of mates with the holes that you can see there. And with that done, another tie, and we're going to go with the same orientation again. So we did similarly up and over. So we'll go up and over through here. A little bit of finesse, a little bit of effort, and here we are. We'll fish it under again. Et voila. And pass this through. Once we've gotten that far, we can grab our little locking ring again, and you can't see me do this, but I'm repeating the exact same thing that I did on the horn side, and I'll show you guys after what it looks like from the opposite end. But I'm just going to grab it and snug it right up. I could obviously do this from the other side, but because I'm working with you guys on camera here, I want to stay on the camera side for now, and I will go around and tighten things up later. So here's the general gist of it, right? It's a little bit loose. We're not that upset. I'd like to see if I can move this horn over just a bit and see how snug I can get it. If I can pass the cable over the front of the horn like that, that's great. And that fits together quite nice, I think, on the handle for me. Beauty. So then in terms of the actual cable management portion of this conversation, pretty straightforward what we got to do. Let's just do some wrapping of cables. So we'll pass this through. We'll grab it from here. Right, pass it back under one more time. So that'll stay on that side. And the same for this cable here. We'll see if we can get one extra twist out of it. Yeah, this is good enough for me. I'm not looking for something superbly fancy, just as long as everything's connected. Yeah. Great. I'm happy with that. Yeah, tuck it something like this over. Ooh, this would be nice if I can actually put it underneath there. Oh, perfect. There. That keeps everything nice and snug. So let me give you guys a quick little tour of how this is all mounted now and how the whole feature works. But what I can do also is I'll show you as well in a clip exactly how those little ties work. So bear with me while I take it off, and I'll show you that tie on its own. Alrighty, welcome back. So quick little visual of how everything is mounted, as I promised. So control box, charge port, horn. You can see that I'm using the bar here, like I mentioned. I've wrapped the cable around a couple times just to keep things tidy. So that's the little mechanism here. I was going to show you guys how to use those separately, but it seems kind of redundant, pretty straightforward. It's just thumb twist forward or clockwise, counterclockwise. Clockwise to cinch it up, counterclockwise to loosen it. And that's basically it. Here is the wheel standing up in its full form, and you can see just how everything is pointed. So the horn's got a bit of an upwards look to it. Does it upset me? Not really. I'm okay with that. I'd rather blast upwards versus downwards, just for the sake of people hearing what's going on. And you can see the control box there as well. It's well guarded by this horn, or by this handle in the front, which is great. And ideally what I'd like to work on is just something that'll allow me to mount the horn onto the side of my fairings, which would be excellent. So I'll probably end up making something very quick and easy, a little STL file that kind of flattens the back of the control box and gives you guys a mounting solution for the horn that'll stick to the side of your wheel with maybe a 90-degree perhaps, just something really quick and simple. Ideally, I don't think I'd Velcro this. I think they have some weight to it and they would not last. I think a physically, let's say, bolted solution is ideal. So I'll probably design something around that. But if anyone comes up with something useful, feel free to share it, comment on the post so others can see it and whatnot. Just hoping that this is a resource for people that want to grab a horn more than anything and just wanted some information on what they're about and how loud they are. So on to the sound demo. Alrighty, welcome back. So here's a quick little look at the volume, or just how loud this horn is. What I've gone ahead and done is downloaded a little sound meter decibel reading application on my phone. I don't have any dedicated equipment to see or measure just how loud this horn is, but this will give us a referential idea, and you guys will get a feel for, yeah, how many decibels this thing pumps out. So step one, let's set up a baseline. I am outside currently. There's leaves rustling, light wind, maybe a car or two might go by as I record this, but that's about it. So hush hush, here is the ambient sound. It's like 40 decibels. Now we're going to hit the horn. Great. So I think the actual beeping that you're hearing is the main unit claiming its low batteriness. That's my hunch. So you can ignore that for the sake of this video. It doesn't do that regularly. Once you charge it up, that should stop. And it's only doing it when I'm beeping the horn, which leads me to believe that it's related to battery levels. So as you saw, we're peaking around 94 decibels is what it says here. We can even use the feature for min-max. So 72, average 48. I hold it really close. Yeah, you can see we're peaking at around 100 decibels with an average of 52. Ignore that, it's irrelevant for the sake of the max volume. But yeah, 100 decibels, that's plenty loud. And I can tell you, me being in front of it, it's loud. And for street riding, it's amazing. For public road usage, I'd say it's a 10 out of 10. I would definitely want something a little bit more toned down for trail riding. So I'm gonna end up designing that little muffle to cover the horn, and we'll go from there. Hey everyone, so thanks for watching that portion. Now the final bit to this video, and I'm recording on the basement, let's say webcam setup now, so I apologize if the quality is a little bit different, but you get the point. I wanted to quickly show you guys the PidZoom website. I would like to share some more clips of the horn itself and riding scenarios. In my town, things are relatively quiet. I don't do too much street riding here just because I live in a town that's maybe 3 kilometers squared at most. It's not very busy, and there's no major highways or arteries that I can really benefit from this. This would really excel in a scenario like downtown Toronto, where I used to live, where you have a lot of background noise and you need to pierce and cut through that to get yourself heard. So that's where I would use the FH90 more, is if you're a street commuter looking to get around the city core and primarily on main roads. So on the PidZoom website, you guys can come over to the finger horns. I showed the screenshots earlier, but the FH30, I think for most people, is the way to go. It's perfect for trail riding, for people that just like to commute in sidewalks and maybe stay towards bike lanes. If you want to go one step higher than that, you can go towards the 60. 60 is a little bit beefier, and the 90 is what I have. Now, I could be mistaken and somebody can correct me, but I believe the 30, 60, 90 is related to how many decibels or how loud they are. So you can imagine the 30 is approximately a third of the volume of the 90, the 60 is about 2/3, and the 90 is the full kip and caboodle at 90 decibels. By no means am I affiliated with PidZoom. I don't want to make that a statement whatsoever. That's not the case. But for those that are looking for some really great things that are obviously, I've had a huge affinity and appreciation for what PidZoom's been doing. Their chargers are awesome, and to be honest with you, relatively affordable. For those of us that got into the fast charger game early on, you got stuff that just wasn't the greatest quality, was like borderline third-party resellery on AliExpress or whatever, and they weren't like intentional for our purpose and backed by a company that was willing to support the product. So now we've definitely evolved. There's a bunch of options out there. PidZoom is one of them. The horns I've showed you guys as well. They have tire pressure management and a GPS tracker, and the helmet mirror is the one that I'm very excited about, which is on the way, like I said. So it's still on a great price too, $19. It's going to essentially double once the price goes back to normal, and they've done such a great job. I've already had the chance to see the unboxing or like the video of like what Leo put together, and it just comes well packaged, gives you a bunch of great mount opportunities or mount options to pick from, convex and flat mirror, I believe. So yeah, you can't go wrong with it. If you're interested in a mirror solution, this might be the one for you. And yeah, feel free to check out the website. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you like this informative video. Everything is time-stamped if you've made it this far. Thanks for watching, but feel free to go through timestamps as well if you need to revisit anything, and we'll be in touch. So take it easy. Bye for now.